Hi everyone, welcome to my weekend vlog. And as you know, my weekend vlogs are very casual and we just kind of chat about whatever. So I thought you would enjoy to see what my capsule wardrobe was for when I went to Palm Springs. So I went for mostly pleasure with my sister and a little bit of business. So I kind of needed not a huge variety of things, but I needed a few things. And let me just say, Palm Springs was 46 degrees. I mean, for a Canadian, that's like, I don't know, going down to the depths of hell. It is so hot for us. We're not used to that in June. So I didn't really want to bring a lot of stuff because I knew that probably I was going to be living in things that just were really cool to wear. Long pants probably weren't going to cut it in 46 degrees. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I can look after I film this, but I think it's like well over 100, maybe 111 or so, but I could be wrong. Definitely over 100 Fahrenheit though. And so it was hot. I didn't pack a lot. I don't like to take a huge suitcase. I kind of like more of almost a carry-on size or maybe slightly larger than a carry-on size, but not like a big suitcase like when I took my bigger one to Australia. I didn't want to pack a lot. Also, Palm Springs, let me just say, for someone who doesn't necessarily shop in a lot of different places, I kind of stick, to Lululemon or I stick to Talbot's when I'm in Canada. Palm Springs has two of my very favorite stores ever. One of those is Trina Turk and the other one is called Johnny Was. I absolutely love the style in those stores. So I knew I would be picking up a couple of little things. They also have an amazing Tommy Bahamas. And I know for all the Americans, it's not really a big deal because America is full of Tommy Bahamas. But in Calgary, we have, I think, one store. It's in Chinook and it's very small. And I never go there because I absolutely hate going to Chinook. I knew I was going to be picking up a few little odds and ends, so I wanted to have lots of room in my suitcase. Let me go through some of the things that I brought with me. I'm sure you won't be surprised to see the brands and the fact that I'm a bit of an athleisure girly, so a lot of the things that I brought with me were predominantly from kind of my workout stuff, mixed in with a few skirts. I'm very sorry about the light quality today, but honestly, being back in Calgary is like, it's a shock to the system because I came from sunny, beautiful California, very hot, to apparently we're supposed to get the rainstorm of the century today. And so it's super dark out there. I've got all of my windows uncovered in here. I don't have any extra light. And in my bedroom, I don't have any overhead ceiling lights. I only have like little lamps by my bedside, so it makes it a bit tricky. So my apologies, but this is a weekend video and it's very casual. And also my outfit today, I'm wearing my loungy stuff. I'm wearing my flowered Australian pants and this big t-shirt because it's kind of cold actually. Let me get started. So on the plane, I'm always cold. So I wore just this little, it's like a French terry or a little sweat jacket. It is from Talbot's and I don't know if they still have this. It's just very casual. They always have some kind of a version of this available in the tee for Talbot's, which is kind of their athleisure style stuff. So I wore this little jacket on the plane. Underneath, I wore just these natural colored linen pants, and maybe I'll be brave and model some of this stuff for you all later. I really hate modeling, but I'll show you some of the things. So I wore these linen pants, and I thought they were great to bring because, if I was going out in the evening or, for something a little bit more proper, linen pants are great because they stay cool and they're the perfect type of material for a very hot climate. These are also from Talbot's Petites. Most of my stuff, if you watch my channel, you know I shop at Talbot's a lot. Part of the reason is I'm 5 feet tall. They have a petite section, so their clothes fit me. Their clothes are pretty classic, so I can have a lot of pieces for quite a few years, and I really like that. The quality is pretty good. I find that usually after 3 or 4 years, you know, I'm tired of it. I mean, I know some of you people keep your stuff for like 10 years or more, and I do have pieces like that. But generally after around 4 years, unless it's something I absolutely love, it starts getting worn out because I actually don't have a ton of clothes. The top that I wore was this little Lululemon sport top. Now, I use this for working out, for running. I have these in white, I have them in black. These tops are so amazing. They're actually a little bit of a crop, but because I'm so short, they hit me at the perfect part of my waist. They're also slightly perforated, and I don't really know if you can see that on camera. We'll see, but they have perforations all over them, which makes them extremely cool to wear. So these are my favorite things. So I had this on top of my linen pant. It looked really cute. And then I had my little jacket on the plane. I actually brought 3 of these tops. So I have 2 white ones and I have it in this beautiful blue color. The reason I brought 3 is because at 46 degrees, I was going to get pretty sweaty. I'm not sure how I felt about re-wearing some of my things when I've been sweating in them all day. I brought a few more tops than, let's say, I normally would because I knew it was going to be so hot and I'm just a sweaty gal. And so, you know, I didn't want to be doing laundry. We went for 7 days, 8 days, something like that. And I just didn't want to do laundry. We did have a washer and dryer in our Airbnb, but I didn't really want to do that. We were kind of too busy to be doing stuff like that. So I brought a few extra tops. These pack so tight. I can't even say, like, literally, they are such a lightweight material. They pretty well pack into this little tiny roll, and they don't really wrinkle very much. So I was able to fit them in some packing cubes, super tight together, and they were perfect. So yeah, I brought 3 of those. I also brought 2 kind of like slightly dressier t-shirts. This is a very soft kind of a, I don't know what kind of fabric it is, but it's super soft. Again, packs very tight. I don't know if you can see, but it has kind of a slight leaf design. And this one is from Talbot's. And again, it's a T for Talbot. So it's from their athleisure wear line. And I like these because they wash well if you have to wash them. And they also look a little bit dressy. So this was kind of a staple for me to bring. I bring this pretty much everywhere if I go anywhere. The other one I brought is this white one. It has a slightly shorter fit. It's not cropped, but again, a little bit dressier. It's also from T by Talbot's. I think it's from their tennis wear collection. And again, I love this top. I've worn this so many times with so many things. It kind of has this slightly gathered band on the bottom. So it gives kind of a nice blousy look, which I think looks really dressy. I brought 1 black t-shirt. This is a linen. This is from Lululemon, and I don't even think they sell these anymore. I bought this probably, I want to say like 5 years ago or so. So it is one of those things that I have kept for many years. I have a cream color and I have the black, but I brought the black because I had so many other white ones. And it's just nice to have a black piece just because it looks a little bit dressier when you wear it. I did wear it, and it's very cool because again, it's a linen fabric, but it's super lightweight and it almost has like this sheer kind of, I don't know if you can tell on camera, sheer kind of effect. And I just thought it was really nice to bring along. And again, it packs like, it's so squishy and such a loosey material, I can't even explain it. It packs super tight. So for bottoms, I pretty much live in these Lululemon Skort. They are from the Align line, which is the leggings and the shorts that I wear. I've talked about them before in my videos. I absolutely love this particular collection, the Align series from Lululemon. I have tights that are 8 or 9 years old. I always have a pair of new types available, or leggings, I should say, leggings, available to me for my working out. I typically only buy the leggings in black, but with the Skort, I had a couple of black ones, but I thought it was nice to maybe purchase something with a little bit more color. So I got this blue one and I got a white one from the same line. I wore these every single day that we were there. They're just so comfortable. They kind of fit a little bit short, which I was a little bit self-conscious about. But you know what? It's Palm Springs, and I thought, people wear the weirdest things in Palm Springs compared to Calgary. We're so conservative here, but in Palm Springs, you see people wearing these bright colors and everything is so vibrant, and I absolutely love it. So these were amazing. So I have the blue one. I also have it in white, like I mentioned. So this one is new. And I have it in black. Now, the black comes in a slightly longer version. It's still really short, let me tell you, but it's a little bit longer. So I got the black one in a slightly longer version. And if I had to pick, I'd say I prefer the shorter ones, but the black one is nice. I also have this green one, which is from a brand called Vori. I have a couple of long sleeve running tops from them, and I really loved this green color. So this is a tennis one as well. So I brought this one with me just because I thought it would add a little bit of brightness to my wardrobe. I also brought a pair of white linen pants. I have to say that I did not wear these. It was just too hot. They would have been great if it was like 38 or 39 degrees, but at 46 degrees, I didn't wear them. So this was not a good thing to bring. I do wear these in Calgary a lot though, because they have an elastic band. They're super comfortable. They're very drapey and loose, and they're amazing. Also from Talbot's. These are not new. So yeah, I don't know if they have, I'm sure they have something like this because Talbot's always carries linen pants every summer. I also brought my bathing suit. Bathing suits, I had to go buy a bathing suit, which was just like, it's such a traumatic experience when you're in your 60s to shop for a bathing suit. Because I'm such a shorty, one piece doesn't fit me because they don't fit through here. I was like traumatized. So I went to Nick's. Now, I'm not sure if Nick's is, I think it's a Canadian store, but I'm not sure. It's a store that sells bras and bottoms and a few pieces of loungewear. It's KNIX, and if I remember, I'll try and link this. Nothing here is sponsored at all. This is all my own spending, my own kind of love of these products. So what I found was these little boy shorts, and let me say I love them because they remind me of my Lululemon running shorts, and they fit really nice. They're kind of like a little bit lower on the waist, and the length on them is perfect in that they don't ride up. So I got these boy shorts, and then I got this little bikini top, and it's got the little bit of white on the bottom. What I love, love about NYX stuff is you can buy all the pieces separately. So, you know, if you have, let's say, smaller boobs, then you can buy a smaller top and that type of thing. Highly, highly recommend. This was like, I wore this almost every day because every day my sister and I went poolside, and in the morning we did, like it was probably like 39, 40 degrees in the morning. Perfect for poolside. I also brought a cover up because I ain't walking around in a bikini bathing suit outside, and the pool was kind of behind our condo. So I have this is also from NYX, and it's just like a big linen top that goes down to your knees, and it's perfect because I thought if it gets cooler, I could wear it like when I'm out and about, kind of like a little jacket. That definitely was not required, but you know, you never know. Weather is funny, calamities happen. So for shoes on the plane, I wore my sneakers. We also went up in a tram that takes you up to the very top of the mountains, and it's cooler up there, and it's a little bit kind of, you know, walking trails and that type of thing. So I just brought these. They're Adidas. I don't know what they are. They're just, I think they're Adidas Samba. Yes, Adidas Samba. These are kind of my go-to nice runner to walk around in, like my footwear. I wear Pegasus, Nike Pegasus for running, but these are what I wear around town. So I've had a few pairs of these. I have black ones for when it gets kind of yuckier outside. So my runners I wore on the plane. In Palm Springs itself, I lived in these black, simple flip-flops. They are so basic, but they have a really nice sole on them. They're kind of cushiony. These are by a company called Reef. I think it's R-E-E-F. I don't know, you buy these at like these stores that sell like comfortable shoes. Like in Calgary, it is Soul Comfort in Market Mall. The second pair I got or brought with me are these white little sandals. Again, they have that comfortable walking sole, and they're from a company called Riker. It's R-I-E-K-E-R. I want to say they're like maybe German or something like that. Again, Soul Comfort in Calgary sells this brand. I don't know if they'll have these. They've had these for a long time, so they might just have slightly different designs. I'm not sure, but these were super comfortable. I found that because it was so hot, I mean, you guys, like, honestly, I was dying. Even just having this band across my foot made my foot hot. That's why I tended to wear the flip-flops more. But these are definitely dressier, so when we went out to eat somewhere or, you know, that type of thing, I wore these. I'm going to show you what I bought while I was in Palm Springs. So one of the stores I went to was Tommy Bahama's, and I bought this beautiful, I guess, it's just like a sarong, like, you know, you can wrap it like a wrap, or you can make a skirt out of it. I'm not a scarf person, but this one for some reason spoke to me because I thought, if I'm wearing a bathing suit, I can wrap it around the bottom and it's like a wrap. And if it gets super sunny, you can squish this into your purse. And if it gets super sunny, you can throw it over your shoulders so you don't burn, because I burn. Even with all the sunscreen in the world, I burn. So I bought that. The other thing I purchased was this little skirt. It has really cute pleats on the bottom. It is by a brand called Lily Pulitzer, which is, again, one of my, aside from the two stores I mentioned at the beginning, I love Lily Pulitzer, and they don't have a store in Canada, and they don't ship to Canada. So usually when I go away, I try, and if I'm going to do shopping, I try and shop for things that I can't get here and that I can't order. Then I got these fun shorts. This is from one of my favorite stores, Trina Turk. She is so well known for these amazing psychedelic prints. She's a California-based designer. I think she's been around since the 90s, I want to say. And she has these wild print dresses and pants. Honestly, I could have bought everything in that store, but it's pretty expensive, especially considering this is all US dollars. So I bought a pair of shorts and they were on sale, so bonus in life. I also purchased like these just simple white linen shorts. They're very loose and very comfy. These are from Tommy Bahamas. I really have a hard time with shorts. Like if they don't fit at exactly the right part of my thighs, and I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it can be a disaster. If they're too long, I look like, I don't know, dowdy. And if they're too short, I don't feel comfortable. So finding that perfect length, if I find shorts that are linen and they're a basic color, perfect length, I buy them. Now, clearly I went for the wild ones as well. The final thing I purchased was these fun pants. I think I have a photo of me wearing them, so I'll insert that. They're kind of a linen and they're from the store Johnny Was. They have like all this fabulous embroidery and they have some beadwork. I have to be honest, I have no idea how you wash these. You probably have to get them dry cleaned, which really sucks because I hate that. But they're so unique. They're not a trend thing. So I thought like these are so unique, you could probably keep them for quite a few years. And they're just such an interesting piece. So that was it. That is what I took to Palm Springs, and except for the stuff that I bought and that I wore on the plane, everything fit into a tiny little suitcase. And then when I was coming back, I had no problem fitting the extra 4 pieces that I purchased. I'm going to show you a few of the outfits, not all of them, because you know, you don't need to see 4 different sets of skirts, but I thought it'd be kind of fun for you to see some of them and how I kind of mixed and matched things, and this is it. So let me take you through the little fashion show.
There she goes again, beauty queen on the web, but when she goes to bed, it's like a rep make no sense. Playing the 90s songs when dreams were born. This girl is so sweet and slow, head big as once, but life's too short, hanging on in the hope of it all. Wonder if good girls really know what they see, looking good but feeling incomplete. Wonder if good girls one day wake up and see, be a good girl, but let your heart take a leap. There she goes again, straight from work to the gym, where she has no friends, but I'm glad she can find peace of mind. Playing the same old songs, don't wanna move on. Laundry's done, but the dreams are gone. Head big plans once, but life's too short, holding on to the hope of it all. Wonder if good girls really know what they seek, looking good but feeling incomplete. Wonder if good girls one day wake up and see, be a good girl, but baby let your heart take a leap. Be a good girl, but baby let your heart take a leap. Be a good girl. Caught up in the ceiling, made it feel like she
All
was
right, I hope you enjoyed this little weekend vlog sesh, and happy weekend to everyone. And I will see you Tuesday for my regular video. Bye.